to try this again. I'm thinking I've got my mic set up this time. If so, you should be able to hear me. If not, go back to the drawing board and try to rig it up a little different. Anyways, how's everybody doing? It's good to be back. It's been about 2 years or a little over, I guess, since my last video. Been quite a bit going on since then. Man, I hope this wind noise gets canceled out. But last time I was on here, actually I don't even remember what I was doing the last time, but anyways, had the wide glide, of course, and if you haven't already been able to tell, this is not the wide glide. Daughter just turned 16, and in preparation for that, I wanted to go ahead and get her a car. So that's what we did. I sold the wide glide, and she now has a car. We'll be taking her driving test. Well, good grief, should be coming up in the next couple of weeks, and exciting times. Oh boy. But anyways, this is basically the first time I've not been on a motorcycle since. You know, that's not even sitting on one or anything. I sure have been missing it. Let's see. Right now I'm just I got the microphone set up again. To the best of my recollection, I hope it's right. This is more or less just a test, and if it turns out, I may go ahead and post it just for a warm-up video for the rest of them. Anyways, so about a week ago, I've been looking for a good while, but I come across this Breakout. It's a 2016. Let's see, it's got 723 miles on it. Had a heck of a deal, couldn't pass it up, and here we are. Man, I'm a little rusty. The bike already had these Carlinis on it. I want to say they're 14-inch. That's what they look like to me when I was measuring everything. So far so good. I'm loving the bike. I wanted one of these originally before I even wound up with the wide glide. I don't know what, 5 years ago, whenever that was, but happened to come across the wide glide. A buddy of mine saw it on the marketplace on Facebook, and I didn't really think much of it, but kept going back to it because I really couldn't find a Breakout that I liked, you know, in my price range at the time. And so anyways, obviously went with the wide glide and loved every minute of it. But I did finally get the opportunity to get a Breakout, so I jumped on it. Let's see, the guy that I bought it from, he actually only put, I don't know, maybe 500 miles on it, per the story he told me. But the guy that bought it knew it was a friend of his, and he wound up needing double knee surgery or something, and he couldn't ride it. And this is fairly soon after he actually bought the bike. You gonna turn green or sheesh? But anyways, the guy that I bought it from had a car lot in Oklahoma, and so he was talking to his friend. They wound up swapping the guy was needing a pickup, so he swapped him a pickup for the Breakout. And in that time, like I said, he put around 500 miles, I believe he said, on it, give or take. You know, up until, you know, this year. So not a lot of miles on it. That did kind of worry me. You know, I worry about the seals, things like that, the tires. So far so good. The only issue I've seen is the rear master cylinder cover. The gasket's got a tiny leak on it. It's not like going everywhere. I think it was just from sitting. There's a little bit of a leakage, or a leak. So anyways, I've got a new gasket coming. I'm going to replace that. But like I said, the bars are already on here. I'm still debating on if I'm going to keep the mirrors like this. I tried it on the Y-Glide, and there was just no way. The mirrors that I had for it, I just couldn't see anything like right now, nothing but my arms. But I can kind of move them a little bit and see behind me, so I'm not in a hurry to move them yet. What was I even talking about? But anyways, the bars were on here. The exhaust, it's got Vance & Hines short shots, and then this air cleaner. And I'm not sure of the brand of the air cleaner. It's either a Scream Eagle or an Arlen Ness, one of the two, I'm assuming. It may not be either of those, but man, I'm loving this bike. I gotta be honest, I could be riding a moped right now and love it. It's been so long. I'm hoping that my battery doesn't come falling out. I went ahead and got a new GoPro, and it's a little different than my previous one, which it was a 5, I believe. And the mic adapter I have here for the mic I'm talking into, that's hopefully working, it was on the opposite side. Anyways, that doesn't mean a damn thing, but trying to get everything set back up so I can do this moto vlogging again. Like I said, I don't aspire to be any big time YouTuber. This is just me dinking with my bike and riding back and forth to work. That's all it is. So I appreciate those that have subscribed over the last few years, and the comments and all that. Very few trolls, which is a good thing. I've had a few on there, but like I said, I'm rusty and I'm kind of all over the place right now. I'm just excited to get back on two wheels. It's been a long 2 damn years. Like I said, there's been a lot of crap going on, and I'm sure I'll delve into that at a later time. Once I get everything going again. Like I said, I'm hoping this is picking up my voice. I tried it earlier without the mic, and it was just a bunch of, bunch of that crap. So it was kind of pointless. And the settings on this GoPro are laid out a little different. And like I said, I've not messed with it. Oh yeah. Anyways, a little brain fart there. I had the wind noise. I've got it set on, so I'm hoping that this is picking up the bike and everything, and not just a bunch of damn wind whistling and all that crap. We'll see how it is here in a little bit when I go check the video. But back to the bike. They had the short shots, the breather, and these bars already on it, which is a good thing, because I was probably going to go with some 8s again. I'm still undecided on these. The angle, what I wound up doing, they were a little close. Yeah, I tried pushing them out, and they were too far forward to comfortably ride the bike. What a putty tat. So anyways, what I did is the risers, took the bars loose, and I spun the risers around, which pushed these back. Normally, that speedometer is going to be up here, so that pushed it back. And so far, I'm liking this a little better. Before, my arms were bent quite a bit. I've got a little bit of a bend in them right now, and they're actually probably about an inch guesstimate above my shoulders. So far it's all right. Like I said, this is the second or third time riding it since I changed that over, so we'll just see how it goes. And it's winter, so what a hell of a time to buy a bike, huh? But it is Texas, so I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of opportunities. But like I said, this is just kind of a feeler right now for you know, the camera and the bike and everything. So this might turn out okay. It might suck balls, but whatever. The Power Vision, that's the one I had initially put on the Y-Glide, and I chose to keep it, and I'm damn sure glad I did, because those things have jumped up in price. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it was around the $450, $500 mark from Fuel Moto, and I decided to keep it. Obviously, it's not hooked up yet. That's the later time. But damn, I looked the other day because I had to buy the license unlock for it, and it was like $200. But that's going to allow me to use it with this bike, of course. And I think $600-700 is what they're going for right now. So I am glad that I held on to it. Yeah, we're good. But anyways, yeah, I've got it up there. I mounted that last night to see if I liked it there, and I think it'll be okay. I couldn't tell you if this bike is tuned. I know they did the stage 1 with the breather and the pipes, and he did give me when I talked to the guy, he was telling me about the bike and the mileage, and he said, oh yeah, and it comes with a stage 2 kit. I was like, oh, what? He's like, oh, if you know what that is, you know what it is. And I'm like, so you're talking cams and stuff? Well, he never did answer me back. And to my knowledge, stage 1 is your, you know, a tune, pipes, and air cleaner. All right, I think that's the general consensus. Stage 2 would be your cams, jugs, you know, pistons, things of that nature, you know. So I'm going to admit I got a little excited when he told me that for the price, and it only had 700 miles. I said, so it's got a stage 2, and he said, yeah, it's still in the box. And I was like, hot damn. That's going to save me some money, plus I'm getting a good deal on the bike, low mileage. This is a win-win. Well, it was a few days before I was able to go over there and meet him. It was about a 2-hour drive. It wasn't too bad. And anyways, so get there, we're talking, and something comes up. He had to run an errand, so I'm looking the bike over and, you know, checking the tires and oil and all that good stuff. And I kind of, you know, I'm looking around a little bit, and I was like, well, I don't see a box. Maybe he's got it in the truck, you know, he's not going to leave it here. And so anyways, we were yakking, and pop that up a little bit. I'm kind of fogging the lens a little bit. But anyways, we were talking, and yeah, I'd already decided on the bike. I mean, I've wanted one for so long, and just all the boxes were getting checked, and it was just, this has got to be it. So anyways, I was like, oh yeah, so where's the stage 2? You said you still have it in the box? He's like, oh yeah, here it is. He hands me a tiny little box with a Screaming Eagle tuner in it. I was like, a tuner? He's like, yeah, stage 2. And I was like, dude, that's not a stage 2. Anyways, I hope, I've got my visor cracked. I hope that's not too much noise. I'll kick it back down. I guess I'll find out later. Like I said, this is all part of the fine-tuning process. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I was ready for that. Not that I was going to do it right away, especially with 700 miles. I was going to get to know the bike and get some miles on it, get it broke in, you know, because 632 miles is what it had when I test rode it. So yeah, it's a little early, in my opinion, to change all that over. Anyways, but that was a bit of a bummer. But you know, I was like, I'm here, everything checks out, let's do it, you know. So anyways, here we are. Like I said, I'm getting off topic. I'm just kind of all over the place, and that's fine. I'm just hoping it comes out. Y'all can enjoy the ride, turn the volume down or whatever. Like it's not going to be too much longer, but I think it's around 48, 50 degrees right now. It's not terrible bad. Anyways, the only things I've done to it, it had the fork bag already on there. I'm kicking that around whether I want to move it, keep it, whatever. I did put the flush mount fuel gauge on it. I'm going to turn right here. It's not quite as flush as I had thought it to be. You know, when you think flush mount, you know, you're gonna, there's a little bit of a backfire. You know, flush mount, you know, it's gonna be nice and smooth. There's a tiny bit of lip all the way around. And I fiddled with that thing. You know, this has got a slight little curve in the body of it, so it conforms to the tank. And I fiddled with it. It's got like little indicators on the front, inside the ring. There's like a little arrow, and depending on the kit, there's an A and a B, depending on your bike tank and all that, what year, where it's going to be oriented to. And I did all that, and my voice is already getting dry. Anyways, that's where it goes. I like it. Just twist it, pops up. Twist it, push back down. It's pretty neat. I wanted to get one of those for the Y Glide, but I never could decide if I wanted chrome or black, and then just wound up never doing it. So anyways, better late than never. Different bike, but anyhow, I did add that, and I did get the upgraded speedo, CVO speedometer, whatever you want to call it. But I had this on the Y Glide and I loved it. Just a little more information readily available versus the standard. I mean, you've got your RPMs on the stock gauge, you know, your trip AMV, but you can still cycle through those on here. You know, your reserve is a lesser bit of a menu to go through. You got your fuel gauge tag, you know, you got your gear indicator. It's all right there, and I like it that way. I don't like their price on them. I think it was around $3.5, but just one of those things I wanted to put on it. Anyways, there ain't no damn dogs around here. The only thing, and I'm getting a little better, it's been, it's probably about my 4th ride on it. That back tire, I went ahead and ordered some new tires for it. I put the Pirelli Night Dragons on the Y Glide. This one I'm going to go with some Avon Cobra Chromes. And they don't have the 130 up front, so I went with the 120 70-21. In the rear, I'm going up to a 260. I'm sure there will be some hate with that or not. I don't know. Don't really care. I did some research. Everybody that runs them has, you know, no issues with it. And majority say that it handles a slight bit better in the corners. It rolls over a little easier. So we'll see. You know, if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to a 240. I do have high hopes for the Avons. I've heard really good things about them. I did like my Pirellis. Those Night Dragons did have good grip, but there were a few occasions that there was a little bit of a slip in the back, you know, on corners. It's always been rough. So we'll see. The stock tires look good. Obviously, they've only got 700 miles on them. One thing I was worried about is just dry rot, just from, you know, sitting. It's a, you know, it's a 6-year-old bike that's got less than 700 miles. So, you know, I was like, well, it may have some flat spots in it, but the one thing I was worried about was dry rot. And I got to looking, and the front tire seems okay, and I know the back tire will be, but along the bead against the rim, you can see all the way around on both sides that there is some cracking going on. It's not super deep, but I went ahead and ordered some tires for it. They seem to be doing okay. They're holding there. There's no issues like that. Like I said, I think they're just superficial. They're not like deep into the tread, but I want to go ahead and get some ordered. mainly because the 260 is on back order. I wound up getting it through Dennis Kirk. Hell of a day to play baseball. I got them through Dennis Kirk, and I got lucky with that. I'm gonna go ahead and let this other guy go. They, I want to say it was 250, 260, somewhere in there for the rear, and JP Revzilla, a lot of those were in the low threes. I was like, well, hell, that's a good enough deal. Let's go with that. Well, I had them in my cart for a couple of days because I was, you know, contemplating, do I really want to get some new tires right now? I just got the gauge and everything, and these got great tread on them. I mean, they're new, but I went ahead and I was thinking about it, and I got an email from them saying, hey, don't let your cart expire. Here's an extra 10% off. So so I saved another $45 or something doing that. So I just like, well, hell with it, I'll just do it. But anyways, like I said, the front tire, it'll be here next week. The rear tire's on back order, so it could be a week, a month, you know, who knows. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to try to get some miles on these tires anyways, but I'm going to have this other set just in case. So hopefully they'll be here before too long. Let's see, anything else I've done? I did ditch the stock seat. It's not bad, okay? But I did go ahead, I was a little disappointed. The Mustang, the wide tripper that I put on the wide glide, that brown one, if anybody saw that video, I loved that damn seat. That was so freaking comfortable. It didn't have a backrest, but I mean, it held me in good enough, but just straight out of the box, it was very nice. I was pleasantly surprised with it. So anyways, they don't make that seat for this bike. They do for the 18 and ups, but not the 13 to 17. So anyways, they had a touring seat that I was able to get with the backrest on it, and the backrest right now, if I remember, I'll get a picture of it, a little side shot of the bike when I get done here in a minute. But the backrest it's got me sitting kind of straight up, which isn't a bad deal. But I did go ahead and order, they just make a little offset seat mount for the backrest that kind of pushes it back a little bit. So I had one on a Honda Shadow years ago, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Anyways, and I liked it pretty well, so we'll see. At least I'll have the option. But so far, the seat is pretty comfy. Like I said, I don't have a lot of miles on it, maybe 30 at most. I don't know what we're doing right now, but anyways, that wide tire and everything, she's just a little bit more hesitant on a turn like that. And a lot of that is I haven't ridden in 2 years, so you know, I've got to get myself back into prime riding condition. But anyways, this so far this seat's good. The short time we've been out here, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't even know, probably rambling, but so far it's comfy. The back support is keeping any wind that I'm getting without the windshield. It's not putting pressure on my lower back, so it's doing its job. So far so good. Now, you know, it doesn't look as good as some of the lower profile solo seats. You know, you're gonna have to compromise with you know, the looks versus the support, or the, you know, depending on what you're wanting. And I'll talk about more about the seat later on once I actually get some miles on it, get it broken in and all that. Like I said, so far so good. I'm liking it. I think it does push me a little bit forward versus the Solo, but like I said, that's something you're gonna have to, you know, give up to have a little bit more of a comfortable seat. Anyhow, yeah, I'm just kind of babbling about everything. It's been 2 years, so like I said, you don't want to hear it, just turn it down. And I don't know, some people I know, they like to get on YouTube and watch some rides in the winter, because they actually have a winter. We'll get some snow and stuff, but that'll likely not be till, I don't know, January, February, being in Texas. But if y'all got bad winters and you're itching to get on the bike, you know, take a ride with me. Just enjoy the the piss poor scenery. I watch some of these guys, I know they have a Breakout page and all that on YouTube, and they'll be up in Switzerland and all that, going through these, you know, these super sharp corners and just freaking big lakes and oceans and mountains and snow and greenery. And here we are in North Texas with the dead grass and asphalt with yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It's home. I'm not gonna gripe about it. Hopefully y'all get back in with the riding group and we can get on some rides and get some miles on this sucker. She definitely needs more than 700. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I'm all over the place. No particular subject. This may not even make it. I don't even I hope my software is still good so I can edit all this if I need to. Should be, but like I said, it's been a minute. There's been a lot of changes going on these last couple of years, and like I said, I'll get into that later. But next thing I'll probably do, and there's nothing to it, but I'll probably make a short video hooking up the Power Vision. I've already got my program for it. The software's already downloaded. I've already got that updated. All I really have to do is attach the cable under the seat, route it up here so it's, you know, not fugly, and power it on and go ahead and do the update. And so I'm looking forward to that. If any of y'all watched that video from the Y-Glide back in the day, I was a little excited over that. I had a case of the giggles. But I'm hoping to have a little bit of the same effect on this one. I can only imagine with the 103 and everything. Like I said, I don't know. He gave me that tuner, but they said it was never used. I kind of find that hard to believe. So I'm going to assume it has a tuner with the Screaming Eagle, that tuner on it. I don't know if I can look it up. I may be able to call the dealership, and they may be able to see with the VIN. They might be able to see if that was ever programmed in. That would at least give me something to kind of base it off of. I'm going to assume the Power Vision's going to beef it up pretty good. I know it did versus the FP3. Not that the FP3 was bad or anything. Man, I need a drink of water. It was just there was a big jump in everything once I got that Power Vision going. And maybe it'll be way down the road if I ever do. If I ever go cams and everything, you know, to upgrade the engine, that'll be definitely a good addition for that. Because buying it through Fuel Moto, I've got endless support as far as anything I do to the bike, free tunes, all that good stuff. So it's just a good deal, good reason to go with them if you're looking for one. That's just my personal opinion. I have no affiliation with anybody, so. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that going maybe in the next week or two. I also bought some quiet baffles, and I also had a video of those, an exhaust video on the Y-Glide, and I did like a comparison with the stock baffles, like that are in these short shots. The short shots that are on this one. I had big shot staggards on the Y-Glide. They came with it, but I wound up keeping them. But I just did a comparison of like stock baffles versus quiet baffles versus no baffles at all. And I'll likely do one with these with the short shots. But the one thing I know I probably will do that I did with the other one, those quiet baffles, they've got a cap on the end of them, and they're just so restrictive feeling. I really got to get a drink of water. And so that I didn't care for that at all, so I just cut the ends out. But basically at the end of the day, it's kind of a cross between an open pipe and the original baffles, except for me it took some of the tinny sound out, some of the higher pitched sounds out of the exhaust, because it's, even though I cut that off and it's almost straight through, there is a little bit of lip, but it has the fiberglass packing on it, so that was good enough for me. So I'll probably wind up doing the same thing. Anyways, don't mind all the mess. It's, like I said, it's been a bit busier. But this is her, my 2016. Love it. So far, so good. Like I said, there's that Mustang touring seat. It's kind of thick, but I'm liking it so far. Next up will be the Power Vision, and then I'll probably start jacking with the baffles pretty soon. So, anyways, I'll catch y'all out next time. Later.